as this happening to him with us and then to our future generations. But I really feel it's really a family, not just with my immediate family. This is a family that's built and carrying these families. These are families and generations to come that we can actually benefit from what we're doing here today. And I feel better about that. Only 3% become a fourth generation. Kids don't think they're going to have any babies, but I know some of you will. Not right away, hopefully. Anyways,
they ain't ready. They ain't finna
but I'm
get
too
you.
old to be a grandfather anyway.
You is right.
Okay.
They ain't finna give you no babies.
I'm too young to be a grandfather.
Them girls ain't give you no babies.
I started with Rainsoft career at the age of 12, and my father promised me a new car. I could have any car I wanted when I was 12 years old, as long as I worked for him for $1 an hour. Kind of interesting concept. So I had to work weekends, I had to work evenings, I had to work after school, whatever, summer vacations, all the time. And Jerry was telling a story about the way I used to put work first, and it's true because my dad always put work first. And Jerry's dad always put work first, and he was one of my idols. And my dad was one of my idols because of the way they worked and how smart they worked and how hard they worked. But after the next 4 years, I was able to buy a car because my brother Marty trained me to be a service guy and installer, and I really appreciate that. He taught me how to drive. I wouldn't be able to drive this car if he didn't teach me how to drive. I had to drive at 15 because he didn't want to drive, but I was his chauffeur. Anyways. But he used to leave me on installations when I was 14, and I'd do the job without anybody around. He'd come inspect it, and we went on to the next one, or he did another one. But it was an amazing time. At 16, I started to drive myself, of course, with my new car, but also with a new truck, or a used truck. We called it the Monster. It was crazy. Big flatbed I used to have to drive. Deliver salt all the time, and I got in a car accident. One of the interesting things my dad said to me when I got into my first car accident, because I was reading a service ticket, smashed into this car, made a mess of it, and my dad said when I called him, there were cell phones down, I had to use a house right there, I had to knock on the door. I said, Dad, I hit somebody. He goes, did anybody get hurt? I go, no. He says, don't worry about it. Aww. I'll come right down and take care of it. He not only took care of it, but he sold the people a water system. Crazy. And, then I kind of like, wow, the power of sales, man. I can't believe this. You can do anything if you can sell, right? So Jerry and I started reading books after books, and we had books like How to Influence People, and Og Mandino's book. I read Greatest Salesman of the World. I read a whole bunch of books in my spare time and kind of learned a bunch of stuff. And How to Win Friends and Influence People. I guess that's with Dale Carnegie. And just kind of poured myself into that. But I didn't really start selling quite then. Got the car. Wasn't the right one at first. My brother Marty made sure I got the right one. Thank you, Marty. I got a brand new one. He bought one too at the same time. It was kind of cool. 280Z I got at the time. It was gorgeous. Although I was started as a gopher, I ended up delivery person, and at 18 I went away to college. Really, I went away as far as I could because I knew I'd have to work if I didn't. So I kind of went to California. So that's kind of a far, but it's kind of cool. They put me on a Pan Am jet, and they never went there before. They'd never been there. I'd never been there. Kind of weird, just leaving your family. It's kind of a great experience. So I spent 5 years out there. Coming back every summer, I learned how to sell. And I really did that because I didn't have enough time to make very much money, and I had 3 months. I wanted to go back with as much money as possible.
Oh, yeah.
And the only way you could do that is in sales. Tens of thousands of dollars I used to go back with, and it was just wonderful. I knew my passion was in sales. So my dad asked me to come back after college. I was really headed for medical school or pharmacy school, but I knew my parents had blood, sweat, and tears put me through college, and 3 other siblings, so I wanted to pay him back. He asked me to travel cross country, visited several dealers. I met Don Miller, one of my inspirations, and other dealers who motivated and trained me how to grow a Rainsoft franchise. These ideas helped me double the sales of that year. That was the first year. I quadrupled sales in the second year. And after 2 years, I wanted to return to California. Mm-hmm. But my parents convinced me to stay with the family. I think it's important, family.
Yes.
Kind of cool.
Yes.
We have a family here. It's kind of cool. The Randolph family is my family. we have so many, Todd's family is my family. We got so many, your family's my family, every one of you. Because I feel that way about family. I stayed with my parents. But after a couple of years, I wanted to return, but I stayed. They sold me the business after 17 years, and I'm grateful that I've done that. It helped build a great nest egg for my whole family, and I'm really proud of that. I get to divvy it up. So it's kind of cool. And I know a lot of that money came from us, so it's like really cool. Through the last 33 years of developing the franchise, I realized that the more people you help get what they want, the more you will always get in return. The Rainsaw family of dealers have made that a reality because they give from their heart. I've gone to many trips with a lot of them. We travel all over the United States, even outside of the United States, and out of all those dealers, the Randolph organization and FEWA have helped me probably more than anyone else. I'm truly blessed to have people like that and their family, as well as other dealers. And I say this to you guys because there's so many resources, whether it be, in the Home Depot, or whether it be in our numbers we pass back and forth, or our marketing, we just share, and that's what good families do. And that's what this family has taught me. I'm very grateful. I want to express my gratitude first of course, to my immediate family, my brother, who is my regional manager. He thought he didn't need to help me ever, but he did. He helped me because he threw the best parties anybody can have, and I hope this doesn't even equal anything he's ever done, I could ever do. And I'm so grateful for everything he did for our staff and people that go way back. But also, of course, my brother Marty, who trained me at the first part of my business, my sister Kathy, and her husband Carl, who came in at the early stages to help me run the service department, who all worked in the